Hey, welcome to another episode of The Rob Report. I'm your host, Robert Bob TV Brown. Before we get into this segment, by the end of this video, I want you to do a few things for me. First of all, if you like the video, hit the like button. Please do. If you don't like it, hit unlike. It's okay. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Sometimes, as Jimmy Dole would say, you find yourself unsubscribed and you need to make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell right next to it so you can be notified when a new video is being dropped. Whoop, there it is. And more importantly, the super chat will be on for this segment. So if you want to donate toward the efforts of Bob TV, that's freely up to you. I do have a job, but any amount will help toward the growth of this channel. And more important, let us help you help us by introducing you to a program. There's a link down below that says Equal Justice for All. You're going to click that video link and there's some educational tutorial about a phenomenal program in America that is really making equal justice a reality for every citizen. So this program is phenomenal. The proceeds from you participating in the program will go back, 10% will go back into the Bob TV YouTube channel. So anyway, my name is Robert Brown with The Rob Report. Let's get into it.
Blue collar, white collar, black professors, white scholars, politicians, Dalai Lamas. Everybody in the whole wide world need hope if I be honest. I'm in that number.
Burn, baby, burn. Hey, this is Rob Brown with The Rob Report. How you doing today? Hey, Bernie Sanders is on the rise. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's on the rise, and his numbers are doing good. Everything is going great. The man raised $25 million in less than 1 week. He has over 1 million volunteers on the ground. His message is clear and precise. It's one that speaks to every aspect of America. Now, I know certain people in American society have their agendas and they expect to get it from different politicians. You got the Republicans, you got ADOS, you got the Jewish Federation. I mean, you got so many people that's saying, look, we're going to apply some pressure on you that if you don't take a look at what we need, then forget us. And like I said, that's where they're right. ADOS is saying, look, ain't no tangibles, baby, no support for reparation. We ain't voting for you. But they're not the only people that's doing that. There's a certain segment of Jewish society that's doing that. There's certain segments of the Vietnamese society that's saying if you're not going to do more for the Vietnamese people, that you came and tortured and tormented, over a fake war. Everybody has their agenda when it comes to these elections, and I understand that. Push your agenda. But when it comes to Bernie Sanders, agenda is not going to affect him, number one, and you're not going to really be successful using your agenda to paint him out to be something other than anti-working class people. He spent years trying to build that. Now, I know some of you going to get mad at me. I don't give a crap whether you get mad at me or not. I will always tell you the truth. And the truth being, whether it's ADOS, do your thing, ADOS, push for reparations. I can't tell you I can't force you to vote, and you're strong on this, say no tangible, no vote. That's you gotta do your thing. But every black people ain't gonna get involved with that. Not every ADOS is gonna get involved with that because they got current needs that they need right now. And one person, honestly, I don't think one president, even though they support it, is going to make it happen. It takes a president. It takes a Congress. It takes voting in people that's going to be on the side of that agenda. Not just from the presidency, but in Congress. And that's why Bernie's momentum is strong, because don't you dare think he don't hear you. And don't you dare think that he don't realize that people saying they're not going to vote for him. But then again, you look at anybody else, they're not for reparations. So bottom line, you're not voting for any Democrat. Trump is not looking for trying to do reparations, so you're not going to vote for him. Green Party are for reparations, but you don't think they got a chance and that they have no power to make any things happen. I'm basically saying, so you got to have the demand out there, and I respect the demands of the Vietnamese and the American descendants of slaves and other different coaches out there that's making a demand with their vote. This is right. This is what you're supposed to do. You know, you got a lot of progressives when it came to 2016. If you wasn't supporting Medicare for all, $15 minimum wage, they wasn't voting for you. So it's no different. So I understand why the progressives get mad at ADOS or I can't for the life of me, I can't think of the name of the Vietnamese organization that's doing the same thing as ADOS. You can't get mad because you did the same thing in 2016. You're not for Medicare for all. I'm not voting for you. But here's the deal. Bernie Sanders' campaign is strong and tougher than leather. And I'm just telling the truth. Sanders is off and running with a great start. His combination of people power is powerful. His grassroots on the ground and the money campaign is working together like a machine. Imagine that over 1 million people joined the Bernie Sanders army. And they're of all cultures. White women, black women, Asian, Hispanics, Arabs, all coming together with that agenda. That's going to be hard to stop that. You might kind of stick it in the side a little bit, but it's going to be something that this machine is going to be able to shake off. His message is clear and precise, and it's been like that for a while. $15 hour minimum wage. People need that now. That's what I'm saying. Me, even though I have my own personal agenda that I'm going to base my vote on, but I'm not a one issue person. So there are other things that I want too. See, people accuse Bernie Sanders to be a one issue candidate in 2016. Even Hillary Clinton tried to push that bull crap when he wasn't. He had a platform of a whole bunch of things that he wanted to do as president. $15 hour minimum wage, climate issue, dealing with climate issues, dealing with the banking regulations and making it easier for people to get loans, deregulating the big banks so community banks can have more opportunity to grow and expand in every community. Healthcare, elderly care, transportation, the whole 9 yards. He was pushing this. So the same thing he's pushing then, he's pushing now. And that message is resonating because right now, people are trying to get into college and don't have the money. Right now, people need a livable wage so they can be sustained. I mean, I understand my people, we want that reparation. To me, I mean, if you just gave out a few $1,000s a month to black people, that would be a great start. Not across the board. Just if you're going to get $1,000 to all Americans, $3,000 to a month for ADOS. They deserve it. We deserve it. But I realize that's not the only problem I have. I got a family member right now that's on deaf doors. Right now, losing their house. Right now, they can holler reparations, but reparations is not going to be enough for them to help them with that situation in the next 6 months. But they do need a health care. I mean, you know, they do need to try to save their home. So if they did get better, they still have a home. So there's a lot of things we need now, and there's a lot of things we can get as we progress along once we get the right people in office. Now, let me go back to Sanders' campaign. You saw that little black girl holding that sign, "Burn, Baby, Burn," and her dad was right next to her with his sign. The myth of the Bernie bro is gone. It's dead and gone. You can't put it on just young white collegiate nerds anymore. You can't. That Brooklyn rally, it was all colors there, strong. And a lot of them was black. Bernie has gained more steam with blacks than ever before. Now, sure, to me, he's not strong on black issues, and he need to get more stronger. To me, he need to circle himself more. He had a team before, but he need to not only delegate certain people to deal with black issues, he need to be heavily involved with those black issues. He need to be going to black areas and spending time with black people and hearing from black people. But he need to do that with everybody. No. Yes, that's true, but he really need to do that because it's the black vote that's been carrying the Democratic Party at 90% from women and men. And right now, black vote is saying, hey, we ain't going to be played no more. And he need to recognize that and say, okay, what can I do to be a blessing to you? And reparation may be one thing on the table, but we need better health care. We need preventive care. We need to be able to go to the doctor anytime we need to at the point of visitation and get the help we need and be able to come back not having a bill. We need to be able to go to school and get a better education without having a bill. We need to have access to daycare without worrying about a big bill or a big budget. There's certain things that we need now too. Not just one thing, but a bunch of things. And a lot of those things Bernie are talking about, I hate that he's not supporting reparations right now at this moment, but you never know. The pressure of saying no, the pressure of always slapping him in the face with the issue whenever he's around, it sends a message. It seals you. Especially when you do it when the other black people around him. So if you ever see him with Nina or anything like that, you go to him and ask him. And ask him with respect. Because being nasty about something ain't going to get that man decide on your needs. Bernie Sanders' approval rating across demographics, 58% among women. In general, white, black, it doesn't matter. That is huge. 58%. 55% with men. 62% of young voters, 18 to 34. More than half of Americans, young Americans, are feeling the burn, so to speak. African Americans, 73%. So even though I am for people pushing their agenda in the face of Bernie Sanders, slapping them to the left and right with them, understand this, that a lot of people that are ADOS is not going to fall into that campaign, even though it's a good campaign. But if you're talking about a no vote, a lot of them are not going to fall for that. They're not going to go to that extreme because there are some things that they need right now that Bernie is pushing. Got to let it marinate a little bit. Hispanics, 68%. Asians, 62%. Whites, 52%. Most of the Democrats, 80% of Democrats on this side. They don't even go into how many independents on this side. So the man is a juggernaut that is on a fast bullet train to winning because he got so much support from all these demographic, not to mention Republicans that's starting to trust him more than Trump on real issues that they're dealing with, whether it's in the red states or the blue states that are rural areas, farm country, coal mining country. It doesn't matter whether it's on the beaches of Florida or whatever. They see that this man is trying to get policies implemented that's going to help all Americans. And that's why all Americans of all these Democrats are going to go for him. It's not going to be that easy to get all these other people away from him. So his numbers are strong. Bernie's in a good position. Now I know everybody's going to try to look for the gotcha. They're going to try to scandalize this man's candidacy. And hey, it's just part of the game. Look for the dirt on the person to make their numbers go down and make people abandon them and go somewhere else. Well, this man been doing this for a while. And to get to think you're going to beat him at this game, it's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be that easy. Bernie Sanders' ground game is tight. He's obliterated the myth of the Bernie bro. His policies are polling very well. And he's not going to do anything to jeopardize that. Now, the reparations for him is not polling well because he said he's against it. But like I said, you got to understand, doesn't mean he's not ever going to be for it. That's the reason why you put political pressure on certain politicians, because even though they was not for it, years later they're for it. And yeah, you can hold your vote until years later. Like, for an example, Obama and Hillary Clinton wasn't for the LGBTQ community. They never thought about courting it, but Biden was. and Biden pushed him over to that sooner or later. But as running for office, they wasn't. But in the second term, to lock in that vote, they went for it. They went for it. So even though with my ADOS brothers and sisters, the Vietnamese doing their things, Hispanic doing their things concerning things that matter to them, a lot of them attaching no votes to it too. This is what's going to cause Bernie to win. And there's nothing we can do about it. First of all, I got my one eye open with Bernie Sanders. I'm not 100% throwing this person off. You know, I'm not 100%. I'm not saying I'm not voting for him. I'm not 100% saying I'm going to vote for him. Right now, there's a lot of great candidates out here. And right now, I'm looking at this one candidate in the Green Party because that's where I normally put my vote to it because they support reparations and Bernie Sanders' policies has been their policies for decades. It's as if Bernie Sanders were originally ran in the Green Party because a lot of that stuff he co-opted or he believed in those policies and he made it part of his platform because he believed that. And he won over and over again in Vermont on that. And he's in a great position to win over as presidency on that. And if he do my caveat of having Nina Turner as vice president, she's able to run, continue to help Bernie's vision go along. Yet she would be the strongest person to really bring reparations to. If you're going to bring reparations to a white man and think he's going to sign, seal, and deliver on that, that ain't going to be easy. I don't care who it is. But if you got somebody like a Vice President Nina Turner and she ends up being president, you got something to work with. I'm going to champion the person who champions me. Who champions not just me, but my entire family. Champion things that I believe that she can get done now or she can get done right now in the next 4 years. Things they could do in the next 10 years. Right now, we got people, they have now issues right now. And if a candidate is running to help them with their now issue, they're gonna vote for him. Andrew Yang's, that $1,000 a month tax credit and releasing people out of jail on March the 20th, that is resonating. A lot of people can use that $1,000 a month, and he know exactly where it's going to come. Right now needs. Yes, there's some things I really believe in, but I need some right now needs too. My children, healthcare costs as high as crap. I need a little help, man. Between my rent in New York and car payment and gas and insurance and daycare and night care, I need a little help. That's a now issue. I need I need to get some medical procedures done. I got this is hurting over here, that's hurting over there. I need to go see the doctor. But man, last time I went, my bill was $10,000 and I only stayed in there for about 5 hours. I need some help. I need something now. Medicare for all help out with that situation. So, all right. So in saying all this, Bernie's ground game is tight. The money is there and the money keep pouring in. I got to give props what props is doing right now. I don't think nobody's right now going to be able to knock him off running for office right now. Not even Trump. And I don't think nothing's going to stop them because Trump is not going to have that kind of power that Bernie Sanders have. And I don't think nothing's going to stop this guy from making it. But hey, it's only a year. It's not. I mean, this is just a few months in 2019. The election is until November 2020. But his ground game is strong. 1 million plus volunteers. His money is long and it's getting longer. So he got enough money for the ads and staff and the whole 9 yards, and you're making sure money going into there. He don't need the DNC. The DNC don't like him. They're not going to support him. They're going to stab in the back. They're going to rig it against him. He should have ran independent. I don't understand that. And yes, even though he has over 1 million people volunteering, even though his money is long, the Democratic Party is going to find some way to try to screw this guy over. Even after he sat there and sold his soul to the Democratic Party and saying that I'm going to support the person, if I don't win, I'm going to support the person that is nominated. I won't. campaign is strong. And if they know what's good for them, they will not cheat them this time. Because it's definitely going to guarantee 4 more years of Trump. If they're so anti-Trump and you got people with like what's his name, the head of the DNC, Tom Perez. Well, Trump is our greatest threat of all times. He's the most horrible candidate, our greatest threats, and we got to win this thing with our values and by coming together. Man, go ahead with that crap, man. Go ahead with that crap. If you cheat Bernie Sanders, man, it's going to hurt your party. Like I said, 9 times 10, I'm voting green. That's just my choice because I know what they've been believing in for the long time, and they are for reparations. 9 times 10, I'm voting green. I may vote for Bernie Sanders in the primaries, may not. It depends on how he handled the reparations and really pushing himself out there to make sure he's really got the back of the black community. He got time. He have a community of the willing that are black people that's on this team. And I'm quite sure as people like ADOS keep pressing the issue about doing more for the black community and throwing it in their face and throwing it in his face every time they get a chance, he will come to this direction. It will never happen. Nobody ever comes to your direction by free will. I wish it was that way, but nobody really does that. Obama didn't even do that, and he was half black. It's that applied political pressure that's going to cause people to sit down, hear you out, open their heart and consider it and move on it. That's why I'm employing ADOS to keep up the good work. Put that threat out there. That threat is strong. It's shaking up people. It's shaking up most of the Democrats. It ain't doing too much of Bernie, And the reason I say it's not going to do too much of Bernie right now is because of that chart I showed you. He got a whole bunch of black people on this side. Whether they're immigrant blacks or ADOS black, he got a lot of black support. And it's not tapering away and going over to the ADOS agenda. Not right now, but it could change. You have a start based on how he handled reparations and any of the black issues that he need to tackle with right now, and stop worrying about your policies and listen to the black people. The way he handled that in the next year will determine whether that black support get chipped off and go full ADOS, no tangible, no vote route. We got plenty of time. His way of handling, and don't come telling me about his policy. Now, don't come telling me about that. He have to, on purpose, get down there in the trenches over here in the black community and sit and listen and let us give you some advice instead of you acting like you know it all. Don't be doing us like Hillary Clinton did Black Lives Matter, telling us what we should do. No, we're telling you what you should do concerning the community. If he don't get out of his own frame of mind, understand strategy, stay with the message, and you're going to continue to get support. But if he don't come to a conclusion that, hey, I'm also running to be the president of Black America and sit with Black America. Don't send no surrogates. Sit with Black America himself. No, I like Killer Mike. I like Harry Belafonte, all that. But you yourself, sit there with your pen and pad and go to the grind for some of the needs of the black community outside of the needs for majority community. If you don't do that, I'm prophesying to you, you're going to chip away from the black vote. You're going to take your own chisel and chip off black support, Bernie Sanders. May not be on the immigrant side, but it will be on the ADOS side. There's some ADOS people that support Bernie Sanders. They're not part of the ADOS 101, and they're not part of the no tangible, no vote. They're just literally descendants of American descendants of slaves who support Bernie. And there's a bunch of them out there. But let me tell you something. If Bernie Sanders don't start addressing those ADOSs and their needs, then even those which are there will begin to get chipped away. Because now he's not really taking black people serious. And right now, black people have been the winning factors of the Democratic Party. Bernie is a different deal because he's not your normal Democrat, as some people will say he's not a Democrat. Bernie have huge support with the independent. So he only need a certain percentage of the black vote. He don't need every black vote because he have the independent vote. Would it be smart to go for all the black votes that you can get? That will be smart because in this election, you don't need a barely winning strategy by having 90% of the black people come out and vote for you. That's what's happening in Alabama. That's what happened in Florida. And that's what happened in Virginia. You need to get every vote. And doing that, you stay with your message of helping all people. You continue to keep your solid demographic the way it is. But you better make sure that you put yourself in a position to get a blowout by doing whatever you need to do to make sure you still get that 90% black vote. 90% black vote with 90% or at least 60% of the independent vote, which is the biggest voting block, he can win. But the moment he starts chipping off and acting like he don't care for black people, he's going to lose that 90% black support that the Democrats normally get. And like I say, he'll make up for it. But come on. Come on, Bernie. You need the independents and you need the black support. So pay more attention to them. Baby girl look cute with her burn baby burn. Bernie, we ain't getting out of your face with this, man. You got to pay more detailed attention to the black community because the black community is fed up with politics. And they're going to show you this year. So the ball is in your court now, not theirs.